Hey everyone, this is Lori from Get Crafty with Lori, and today I'm in the scrapbook room with my little dog Cody, and today I'm going to be making a 2-page scrapbook layout featuring the Nature Walk paper pack from Stampin' Up. So let's turn the camera around and we will get started. I'm scrapbooking photos of our trip to Oahu this past summer. And one of the things we did is we took a scenic drive to Kualoa Private Natural Reserve. It's on the northeast side of Oahu, and it's also known as Hawaii's Jurassic Park. You may notice this from the movie Jurassic Park. It has these dramatic green peaks and sweeping valleys. Felt like we had stepped right into a movie set. And we kind of did. Over 200 movies and TV shows have been filmed here since the 1950s. Here we are in a Jeep entering Jurassic World. Here's a boneyard. Here's my husband with King Kong and me with King Kong. And here are the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. And here I am on the tram that took us all through this gorgeous valley. There have been over 200 films and TV shows filmed here since the 1950s, from Elvis's classics to 50 First Dates, Kumanji, Jurassic Park, Lost, and Hawaii Five-0. The towering hills were breathtaking. I'm bringing in some papers from the Nature Walk. Let's take a look at what will look nice with my pictures. I'm probably not going to be able to scrapbook all of these pictures because I have a lot of them. I'll probably put some in flip-flaps. Let's see here. Let's try like these ones here, because this has the beautiful valley and the hills. So like, let's take a look at these papers. This blue looks really pretty. I also kind of like this. This is cool because, let's see, in Jurassic Park, they had the barbed wire, or excuse me, not the barbed wire, the electrical fence. You can see it as we're driving through here on the Jeep. Kind of resembles that. So that's kind of cool. We have this green here. It is nice. It's the same exact color as the hills and the grass there. Let's see. I think I want that. Let's see what this looks like. That's nice. I like that maybe as a background. And then I would need to add some papers with it. Like maybe this blue here would be pretty. And let's see. I have some of this green paper here. I could probably do something, maybe like with these colors, put a little bit of the green. I also want to bring in another paper pack that I have. It's from the product of the month, and these papers are beautiful. I love this because look, it matches my shirt perfectly, and it goes great with these papers, but it just doesn't have the mood and feel of the rugged hills here. Let's try something else. It's got all these neat papers. This is pretty. I like this. This goes well, and it has the green. It's awfully bold. So if I use this, I'm going to have to just use it sparingly. Probably should show you the back. This is really cool. It looks like a mermaid's tail. I probably use some of these papers for the rest of my Hawaii trip because these colors would be great. Here we have one that would work as the color of water. There's a pretty blue. So anyways, well, let's stop here. I think I've got it figured out. I'm going to use these colors here and a little bit of this. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to put this paper down the middle. I kind of like the colors in this because they go well with the green in the hills. And then I have this piece here that I'm going to make a little banner like from it. And I brought in this piece here, and I'm also going to do the same thing with the banner. And then I'm going to put this little piece over it and do the same. But first of all, I want to go ahead and sponge the edges of my paper. Because the background on this is crumb cake, I'm going to go ahead and do that with the crumb cake. So I'm going to go around and do this on all my papers. Okay, now that my pages are all sponged around the edges, let's go ahead and put our papers down. So this piece here is 6 by 12, and I'm going to go in at 3 inches. So I'll do that on both sides. And then these little banner pieces here, I cut this one here at 10 inches, and I'm going to do the same over on that side. Okay, let's go ahead and cut a banner out of this one. So what I'm going to do is I want to find the middle on this. So this is 3 inches. So I'm going to come over here at 1.5 and cut up the middle. I'm going to go about to there, I would say. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut in from both sides like that. Okay, so then this is going to go down here like this. So I think I should cut this at 10 as well. Let me cut that with my paper trimmer. And then these ones, I think I want them just a little bit shorter, 2.5 inches on that one. And we will do the same thing with this. This one is 1.5 inches, so I'm going to go in at 3/4 and cut up like about there. Okay. And then this one is 1 inch, so we'll go up to 1/2 on this and do the same. So I can put this down, let's see, that's 1 inch down, and this is 1 inch up, and then this will go like that. Let me bring my photos in, and that'll give me a better idea of how I'm going to lay this out. So I have this little one here that can go like that. With the dinosaurs. Let's see, put those like that. And then I think, let's see, I think I want to, I'll use this picture on this side here, like that. So let's see. guess that gives me enough room for everything. Bring this down like that. And then I'm going to have a title over here. So I make room for that. Let's move this over a little bit. So I'll get like a 1/2 inch border on that side. That way I have room to put a title there. So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and put these down. I just really love this paper pack. It's just so great for the outdoors. And I love this green here, but it was just too close, but I still have to use it. And while this is so busy, just putting a little bit in it works. Because I love these colors because they match the green hills. Okay, I'm gonna get this one. Oops, I need to go up. Wait a minute. Okay. Lift this up. So if this is going to go here, like that, then if I tuck this one under, because I want to be able to see that pattern. Okay, that works. At the top of it, it reaches 1, 2, 3 1/4 up, and it starts at 1 inch. Now my photos, I think they need to be matted. So let's bring some paper choices in here. I have this with all of my 8.5 by 11s. This here is early espresso. That would be really pretty. It's pretty peacock. Let's see how that looks. That's pretty, but it's so much like that. And okay, here is Mossy Meadow. That's a good choice. So I have Secret Sea in here. I think I've got it in the big papers, but I do have some scraps, and we could lay that down and see how that works. That looks nice. I like the early espresso because now you can see the writing on this piece here. I think this looks good because it complements this peacock and the green. Let me go ahead and cut up some mats and I'll be right back. Okay, my photos are now on the photo mats, and I've made some little changes here. I was going to have this down here and this up here, but it covers my banner, so that isn't going to work. So because this photo is similar to this one and this one, I think I'm going to leave that out and maybe put that in a frame. And I have this, the Boneyard. I like that, but I want to put this picture on top. I have it in a flip flap, and I have one of my husband in the flip flap. So I will put these on my page protector when I put them in the album, and it'll go like that. So let's go ahead and lay these photos down. So we're going to go in a 1/2 inch from the side and about a 1/2 inch up from the bottom. Okay, so now my photos are down. What I need to do is I want to pull in the color in my shirt here. Since we have so many neutral colors, I have this kind of orange color here, so I'm thinking maybe some tropical flowers would be pretty on here. Let me get a stamp set and die. Let's check it out. I have these delightful wishes, and I has all these really nice dies with it. There's one that it has a flower background, and it has a little piece on the top. Let me show you. I have an example of one that I had done before. It was like this, so it'll be something like this. This isn't the one I'm going to use, but I want to do something similar to that. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut some flowers out, and I will be right back. So this is Petal Pink, and this is Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to lay this down. There is a way to do it. There are, on this die, they have two little points here where you start with the little one, and there's like this little claw sticking out, and next to it is this one. This one goes right where the little point is. So these will nestle like that. Blending brush and put a little Flirty Flamingo on these. I think I'm going to get a piece of paper and put it under this to keep this work surface clean. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and sponge around the edges here. I'll do the same here. I think get the center a little more covered. Okay, and then let's put some glue on this. I'm using the Barely Art glue on this. Okay, so let's find that little peak that I was talking about. There it is. There's that big claw. And then we're just going to sit this right in here like that. My flowers are all cut and sponged with the Flirty Flamingo. I cut some ones out to look like they're yellow. I used white daisy cardstock and sponge Daffodil Delight in there, and then I've got Daffodil Delight on top with a piece of crumb cake. And then I went ahead and cut some leaves using the Nature Symphony. I've used this one here, and I've used the Lemon Lime Twist, and I went ahead and sponged over this also in the Lemon Lime Twist. So let's go ahead and see how these look on our layout. I went ahead and cut Roar. I had a die from Close to My Heart where it has the outline. And because I wanted to bring this green in here, I went ahead and cut the letters out in that. I thought it would be nice to back it with something, so I cut out a piece and I glued these two together. This is in crumb cake, and I went ahead and sponged it in crumb cake. And then I kind of like the letters to overlap, like roar. This is kind of, make it kind of fun, like that. Let's see, I can put this, that looks pretty. And let's see, let's put that like there. And we'll put one of these, maybe like that. That looks really pretty. And then I have this little one here that I can maybe tuck under the roar and put it like that. Oh, actually, I really like that. I'm going to go ahead and put this down right now. See how interesting it is that you can take such a rugged looking paper and turn it into a tropical layout. So let's see, the next piece, I think I can put it over here. Or should I put it on top? And put this down here like that. And then I think up here would be good. I've cut the leaves in half here. We can put this up here like that. And then let's put another little yellow one with it, kind of like on the other side. If this would go better down here. Kind of drew this triangle like this. Actually, I think I like this better. Let's do that. And I'll make another one of these. Let's see, I can put both of these pieces together here. And put this up here like that. That looks really pretty. And then it'll pull it down like that. And then I'm going to cut another leaf to put up here, a big one. And I'll be right back. Okay, now I have the other set of leaves. And we will put those down here like that. Because I'm going to be putting this over the top. This will go on top of my page protector, so it's not going to be much of a problem, but I want to be able to put this down like that. Let's lift this up and tuck it under. I really love these leaf dies. It's so beautiful and just goes so pretty with my flowers. So I can put this down like that, and then we'll tuck this one behind. There we go. That looks great. Now I need a journaling spot, and I thought about it. What was I going to do? So I cut a couple of tags because this one here, it's like a vanilla cream color. I couldn't just put it down on the white, and so I cut another tag out of this green pattern here, and I'm going to go ahead and put it down here like that, and then I will journal on it. And so there we have my finished layout. Let's take a closer look at this. Okay, here's our first page. This is 4x4 and this is 5x4. I have these strips here that are 3 inches wide by 10 inches long, and they're dovetailed. This big piece down the center is 6x12. This one here is cut at 10, and this one here is 9.5. I have my title Roar, my little flowers, and the greenery. And then on the second page, we have a repeat of the papers, and we have our 3 photos here, and my florals and the greenery. And so here is the finished layout. Let's get this in the picture so you can see it all. And thank you for watching my video. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future videos. Thank you and have a wonderful day.